Happy New Year, Happy New Year. It is officially 2023. That's crazy. But this video is about how to draw anything from your imagination. And it's just based off this one concept that I've learned and I want to share. I'm excited to really make more videos this year, more art videos, and just teach people how to draw characters and stuff this year. So the concept that I'm talking about that will help you draw from imagination is called a visual library. A visual library is a collection of visual elements or components that you memorize and understand so well that you're just able to draw that subject matter without the use of reference. And that can be anything, people, characters, architecture, buildings, cars, machines, whatever it is. And to create your own visual library, it's basically just repetitive drawing of a certain subject matter so that you understand it. With anything you draw, it's an observational skill, and you have to use basic shapes to understand how to create the forms that you want through circles, squares, triangles, and rectangles. More specifically, to build your visual library as an artist, it's important to actually use reference to help you draw the subject matter that you're interested in. So in the background here, I have a time lapse of me drawing some characters on a page, and that's, I think, my favorite thing to draw, and that's what's in my visual library. Like the most prominent thing in my own visual library is faces in the human head. I'm so comfortable at drawing characters and drawing faces and eyes and stuff, and I just know the proportions and how the face is supposed to look in my own head. I can basically draw character heads and portraits without looking at reference. And so that's what I'm doing on this page behind me in Clip Studio. Just drawing, having fun, creating these character expressions or character portraits. And to actually build a visual library, you want to start from using reference and drawing from real life. And it's important because if you don't use reference, then you're just kind of making things up as you go along. And that can be fun at first when you really first start to draw, but it just defeats the purpose of training your hand and your mind to break down the elements of a subject into simple shapes so that you can understand and build a visual library for yourself later on. Especially when you're first starting to draw, I think it's really important to make sure you draw from reference to help you build that visual library. The more you draw from reference and from real life, the more you'll understand how that subject matter or whatever you're drawing works and how to apply it to your artistic process. It's all about just a repeated study of what you want to draw, repetition. If you want to get good at drawing foxes, draw a bunch of foxes. If you want to get good at drawing hands, draw a bunch of hands, And the more you do that, the more you will build a visual library of hands, of foxes, of tigers, of cars, or characters. For me, I really want to get better at drawing hair and different hairstyles. And so on this page back in Clip Studio, you can see me experimenting with different hairstyles. Some I was trying to draw from my own visual library or from my head, and it was really kind of hard. And so I kind of had to go back and use reference images to make sure I was getting the hairstyle down that I really wanted for the character. And so even for myself, I got to challenge myself to just draw more from reference more often. I definitely want to get good at drawing like tigers and cats, dogs, animals, and get better at hairstyles. Like I said, I'm getting a lot better at drawing hands. I can tell. That's one thing that I'm really excited about is I'm actually being able to draw hands and stuff from memory in different angles, different positions and stuff. And that's just my own visual library at work. So the more you draw, the more repetitive study you do, the better you'll get at drawing whatever you want to get good at drawing. And at the same time, you'll be building that visual library for yourself. So to build a visual library, just make sure that you're drawing repetitively, whatever subject matter it is, having fun at doing it, and make sure you're studying it and breaking it down into its basic shapes, and it will just naturally get easier to draw. The more you draw repetitively, the easier it'll get for you to draw without reference or from imagination. And that's the goal here, for me at least, is especially hair. I really want to get good at drawing like dreadlocks and black hairstyles and stuff from my imagination. I think dreadlocks are, for me, one of the most fun hairstyles to draw. I think the easiest thing in my visual library is to draw faces and human face. So let me know if you've ever heard of this before, visual library. Let me know what you think about this method and if this has helped you. And what things are in your visual library. For me, it's the face, hands right now, and poses. But yeah, that's it for this video. And that's how I am building my visual library, through practice and through repetitive study of my subject matters. So this year is going to be a good year for art. I definitely want to create more art illustrations, or what? Definitely want to create more illustrations and just make more finished artwork this year. So I'm excited to do that, excited to learn and get better as an artist. And yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully this helped you out, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.